Hello. Do you ever wake up feeling tired but can't make it to the cafe? Well, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a caramel iced coffee. There will be 3 important pieces of information that I will provide you about the iced coffee process. So to begin, I will be telling you the specific ingredients and materials that we will need. Then I will tell you the steps of how to make your caramel iced coffee. And lastly, I will be giving you some tips on how to make your iced coffee even better. Okay, and so to start, I will be telling you what specific ingredients that you'll need. So of course, you're going to need a cup. You'll also need a straw, a spoon, and napkins. You'll need some caramel sauce. We will need caramel syrup. Some items we'll need is coffee grounds. I use this, but you're welcome to use any brand you'd like. And then we will also need some water. We will be needing some ice and milk. Okay, we will also be using a can of whipped cream, as well as a single serve coffee maker and single serve reusable cup. Okay, and so now I will share with you the steps of how to make your caramel iced coffee. So first we're going to go ahead and prep and wash our hands, which I did do off video. That way we can go ahead and get started. So first we're going to want to go ahead and grab our reusable K-cup and pour in our coffee grounds. Okay, then we'll go ahead and insert this in here and go ahead and add water. Okie dokie. And then you would go ahead and brew this up. And then you would give it a little while to cool down because, of course, we're making iced coffee. But I did go ahead and make some already, so it is available and ready to go. But normally, while you're waiting for that coffee to cool down and brew, then you would go ahead and grab some caramel sauce. And you're going to just go ahead and drizzle it all over the cup. It'll jazz it up, make it look real pretty, while also giving you some very, very good flavor. And especially on the bottom too, because you know, when you take a drink from your straw and you get that sauce in there, it's really, really tasty. Okay, so now that we have our caramel sauce, then we're going to go ahead and add 2 ounces of caramel syrup. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pour that right in there. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and add some ice. My hands are clean, and it's my own cup, so not to be concerned. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and fill that up with some ice, and then you'll go ahead and add in your coffee, pre-measured out to 6 ounces. Okay, 6 ounces of coffee is what you'll want to go ahead and use. And you'll stir it up, and then we'll go ahead and add about half a cup of milk. Okay, and once you've added that, you'll go ahead and stir once more and set your spoon aside. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and use our whipped cream. And you want to go ahead and shake up the whipped cream, that way it comes out nice and fluffy. Otherwise, it might come out watery, okay? So be sure to do that step. And then you're just going to go round and around up into a cone shape for your whipped cream. And then we'll go ahead and grab again our caramel sauce. Okay, and this is a little nifty trick because I used to work at Starbucks and it was a really, really fun job. I loved it there. So what we would do is a crosshatch pattern, which is starting from one side all the way to the other side, back and forth, and then go ahead and do it the other way. And then one all the way around the perimeter. Okay. Now that we have that done, you'll want to go ahead and grab a napkin just in case there's any caramel spillage and just clean it up. Or, you can wipe it off with your finger and lick it too, because it's real tasty. All right, so now that we've cleaned up our cup, then we want to go ahead and add our straw. There we go. Get it all the way to the bottom. That way we can get that caramel. Okay, and then we're all done. And the last step is to take a sip. Oh, that is so delicious. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to make your iced coffee even better. Remember, this is something that you can personalize to your preference. So one thing that you can do is make your coffee ahead of time. Okay, so you can prepare it the night before, and you can even make a whole pot, leave it in the fridge, airtight container. It's good for 3 to 5 days. Also, you can use different milk. You can use soy milk, almond milk, coconut milk. There's all kinds of milk out there. Another thing you can do is you can use different syrups. So instead of using caramel, you can use mocha, hazelnut, or even vanilla. And also, if you don't like whipped cream, another option is going to be using maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon or maybe some nutmeg, whatever you'd like. Okay, so I just told you 3 important pieces of information on how to make a caramel iced coffee today. To start, I told you what ingredients that you would need, as well as the materials. Then I told you the steps of how to make your caramel iced coffee. And to finish, I told you about some tips and tricks that you can use to make your iced coffee even better. So, now that you have mastered the art of crafting your very own caramel iced coffee, you can say goodbye to those tired days and say hello to a burst of energy. Thank you.